Alright, welcome back to my channel. The part one to this one was a little bit sloppy. I'm sorry for that. And I'll record part two right now. So, let's get started. Oh yeah, my throat is a little bit dry, so if I actually walk out my room and go to my kitchen, you guys will hear that. So when I, actually do that, then that's gonna happen. So, let's get started. As this is a 14-year-old Deku, him and what's her name? Midoriya are already dating, basically. So how they met? So one day Deku was basically just walking around, but he had a hat on, in different clothes, not wearing his suit like he normally would. He's not trying to stick out. He don't want people to notice him and know that he is the mafia boss, Izuku Midoriya. But he came across this girl, this blue-haired girl, and she was basically just walking around in the hero costume. Well, not really. She was just in normal civilian clothes. Deku then, follow her around a little bit. She noticed Deku and says, why are you following me? And Deku says, I was just interested in you. She says, why? He says, cause you look like good hero material. She said, oh, thank you. I'm actually going to UA. And he says, oh, that's cool. As they start to talk more. Midoriya asks why he won't take off his hat and his face mask, as Deku says that basically he's trying to hide his identity. And she asks why. Because Deku says because I'm famous. And he says, oh, that's cool. What's your name? And Deku says, I can't give you a real name. He says, oh, okay, well then what kind of name can you give me? And it says, how about this? I'll give you the name Green. Just call me Green. Well, okay, Green. What do you want to do then? They start talking more. Deku says, oh, alright. As Deku gave her his phone number. He says, call me anytime you want if you want to hang out or anything that you need. It says, okay. As Deku then, pulls out his phone, he actually calls someone. And she says, who are you calling? As Deku says, no one in particular. As then a couple of minutes later, his car gets there. His limousine. As Deku gets in, and he, says, bye to Midoriya. Midoriya is shocked from this and he's wondering who Deku really is. So Deku goes back to his mafia, and he is just sitting there, basically doing things like, signing papers and, helping people out. Orphanages that people in orphanages need places to stay. Like some orphanages run down and they don't really have that much money to sustain themselves. Families that need money to survive. As Deku basically changed their life, turned it around. Give people jobs, help them out. And, Deku has, killed people. He has killed someone. He has taken his first life. Basically, Deku was, tracking down a member of the Yakuza, not Overhaul's Yakuza. And, it led him to this base. As he broke in with, a bunch of other goons, and he pulls out, a gun, and he starts firing upon people, and he actually killed, some people. Deku felt nothing of it, because he, like he said, sacrifice comes at a cost. If you want something to happen, you have to sacrifice someone. For change, there's sacrifice. Now, Midoriya and Deku, after that, this, in the past, this not the present. Midoriya and Deku actually, started talking more and talking more and talking more. Then, Deku basically took Midoriya somewhere in his limousine as he took her to, a secluded place where no one, basically can see them. Nothing bad's gonna happen as Deku basically takes off his hat and his mask. And Desiree sees him and she sees, the mafia boss, Izuku Midoriya of the Green Dragon. As he says, "Hi, I'm Izuku. Nice to meet you, Desiree." Says, "Wait, you're, yes, I am." As says, "Oh, that's so cool." As Deku is shocked. Says, "Why didn't you tell me?" Deku says, "Well, I wanted to keep it a secret because I didn't want you to get hurt." She says, "Wait, what do you mean?" Deku says, "I have a lot of enemies. Hero enemies and villain enemies. Mafia, other mafias, yakuza, gangs, street gangs. A lot of people hate me because of what I do." Air says, "Oh, okay." Deku says, "How about this? We can start low and then we can slowly, escalate our relationship." She says, "What do you mean?" Deku says, "Oh, we wasn't already dating?" As Midoriya, started blushing, he says, Yes, we are." As Deku, blush a little bit, says, "Cool." As they share their first kiss. Then, Deku dropped Midoriya back off at home. After, nothing really happened. No, they just kissed. That's it. Deku dropped Midoriya at home, and, the next day, Midoriya told Mirio and Sun Eater of her boyfriend, said that, she liked him really, really much. That he is, a couple of years younger than her. I think he's, 2 years younger than her. Midoriya is 16, Deku 14. Yeah, 2 years younger than her. Which I don't think there's something wrong with that. I think there isn't really. Yeah, I don't know. If that don't work, Deku turning 15, sometime. I don't know when. So, Deku, basically. Now in the present, Deku has bodyguards, covering Midoriya. But, they in civilian clothes. And they not always around her. They just, in the streets following her around. And they have, guns, in their pockets to protect her in case something goes down. Midoriya doesn't know that they're there to protect her, and she doesn't notice them at all. Of course, the train had to come. I promise you, it's just every time I'm recording or getting ready to record that the train comes. Forget about it. I probably should went to sleep. So, Deku is, currently solving a problem when, his phone starts ringing. So he picks it up and says, "Oh, Desiree, what do you need?" As, he basically, pulls the trigger to a gun. But, there's not that loud of a sound since he has a suppressor on it. But, there's still noise. As Midoriya's talking on the other line, saying, Deku, because she started calling him Deku because he could do anything. Deku, can we meet up? As Deku says, alright, in a little bit, I'm kind of busy right now, but I'll come, pick you up. As he says, okay. As Deku hangs up the phone, and, he tells his men to hide and bury the bodies. Make sure they get one of the best graves. As I say, yes, sir. As Deku just basically finished off a gang of people that basically been, basically robbing people, killing people without remorse. They even killed a child once. they did bad things. They even did some graphic things to women, as you could say. When I mean graphic, you can already think what I'm thinking about. They did that, and Deku killed them for that, for all the wrongdoings they did. So, Deku then leaves and let his bodyguards take care of them. Well, the people that just basically, the ones that are innocent, that didn't really kill anyone, he had them, let them stay alive. But the ones that killed people, he buried them. And the ones that did all the dirty things, the nasty things, and, things that Deku didn't like, he had them, buried in the worst graves possible. A place where maggots infested. He didn't even put them in a box or a casket. He just buried their body. So, now, let's switch our perspectives. It's the day of the entrance exams for UA. As young Bakugo Katsuki walks into the exam, he's ready for everything. He just had All Might's quirk. Well, he just got All Might's quirk, and he's, pretty good at using it. Well, not that good, but he's pretty good. He thinks that he's gonna bomb this, no pun intended. So, Bakugo goes in, sits down, he takes the test. Well, he gets fair enough, up there. Next is the battle portion. Bakugo isn't talking to anyone, since there's no one next to him to bug him. Oh yeah, Bakugo did change because he wanted to take down Deku, for basically, in his eyes, being a villain, being a mafia boss. And his auntie Inko just let Deku become this. Inko and Mitsuki still keep contact, and Bakugo sometimes talk to Inko. He wondering what Deku actually did, what he do. And Inko explains to Bakugo that he doesn't really do anything mean or villainous. He just basically help people. And Bakugo says, okay. But he not, he trying to find a way to take down Deku because he don't really like the way Deku goes about doing his things. He thinks that Deku is really doing evil things in, the underworld. But no, only thing he doing in the underworld is trafficking, not drug trafficking, human trafficking, or nothing like that. He basically bringing in medicines from all over the world that can help people. And he's sending out medicines that can help people. Medicines for different things. And this is what Japan is basically holding back from the rest of the world. It's not because Japan don't want to release it to the rest of the world. It's because they can't. Because the president that's basically, or whatever, president, ruler of Japan, is basically keeping them from sending it out. Because, he basically wanted to take over the world with this new, stuff he has. This new medicine that can basically save people, that can basically stop cancer. But, it can't be, he can't, it can't be replicated from anyone else. It can only be made in Japan. And that's why, Deku sells it out some. But he don't sell too much. He only sells like 200 at most. Doctors buy this and they give it to their patients. Deku don't really need the money for it, so he just gives the money back to, his subordinates in the city. Now, Deku, basically meets up with Midoriya. During the thing that happened, Deku meets up with Midoriya, and they go on a little date. Now, Bakugo is destroying robots at this time, and he gets, enough points to where he basically gets first place, but he keep on destroying robots. He then sees that everyone else needs to restore some robots, so he just lays off for a little while. Bakugo's attitude is a little bit different. Now, Bakugo didn't, they didn't call the end of the exams. They say, the exam is over. Please go home. We will inform you, whether or not you got into UA. And those of you who haven't, please try other hero schools. We do need more heroes out on the streets to stop villains. So please do not give up hope if you did not get into UA. Bakugo leaves and he goes home. A week later, Bakugo gets the letter telling him that he passed and that he can basically go into UA. Mitsuki is happy, Misaru, I think his name is happy. Bakugo's dad. Then they go to Bakugo, Then something strange happened, actually. A knock is heard on Bakugo's door as Mitsuki goes over and open it. As she sees Inko and then Hisashi. As they come in, congratulate Bakugo for basically passing. Bakugo says, Inko, Hisashi. Then someone else comes in. Says, Kachan. Congratulations on getting, first place in the entrance exams. Bakugo says, Deku, how do you know that? As Deku says, Bakugo, Kachan. Actually, he says, Kachan, I have eyes and ears everywhere. Of course I would know. Congratulations, I got you a little present. As Bakugo said, wondering what Deku got him, as Deku shows Bakugo's hero outfit. Now, it's not like the one in canon. Bakugo says, what is this? As Deku explains to them, this is a hero costume made specifically for you. As he leans in, explains to Bakugo in his ear, this is the same stuff that my suit is made out of. It's bulletproof. And also, if you use the quirk you got from All Might, it won't break your arms like it did at that beach. As Bakugo was wondering how Deku knows that. Deku then says, it regulates your power and, it brings your sweat that's created all over your body into your palms. So you can, basically, make it stronger explosions. But it also sends the sweat down to your, feet so you can make explosions in your feet so you can basically fly. It's like flying. I need to get some water or something to drink. My throat is killing me. I'm going to go to my house so you might hear my sisters. No one's up. That's good. So, after Deku explains all that to Bakugo, he then, leaves the house, and Bakugo says, where is he going? Deku says he has a date. And, Inko says, are you going out with that girl again? What the? Oh, somebody opened them. And Deku says, yeah. Hold on, guys, I gotta pull something. Okay. Deku then, I'm gonna sit in the living room. But it seems my mother is outside. So, Deku basically goes on this date with Nezure. They basically just, dating. Mirio and what's his name? Sun Eater do know that Nezure is dating Deku, and they have seen Deku. So, they know that, Nezure is dating the mob boss. That she is dating the mob boss, Izuku Midoriya, of the Green Dragon. So, they just do regular date things like a couple would do on a date. Go shopping, go see a movie, eat, and, basically Deku takes her home. So, Bakugo goes on the first day of school. He meets everyone that's in his class, Todoroki. He actually went to, school. He's not the same Todoroki as in canon. He's more joyful. And he doesn't have a scar on his face. And he's more open to talk to people. Then he sees other people. Like, Momoyari Rozu, Idatenya, and other, everyone that's in class 1A. Except for Deku. So filling in for Deku's spot is what's her name? Kendo. Yeah. So Kendo is taking Deku's spot. Now, Baraka comes in, she sits down, Bakugo sits down, Aizawa gets up because everyone is talking loud. He says it took you guys a couple of seconds to shut up. He said, "Who are you?" As he explains, "I'm your homeroom teacher, Shoto Aizawa. Put on these uniforms and go outside." As everyone takes the uniform and they go outside. In the locker room, Mineta does peek at the girls and, still gets stabbed in the eye by Jiro. While Bakugo is training, Kaminari says, "Dude, you're ripped. What's your training routine?" As Bakugo says, "Nothing in particular," as he puts on his clothes and he goes out. He says, "What's with him?" No one knows. Says, Bakugo is just standing there on the field. As Aizawa comes out, he says, "Alright, Katsuki Bakugo," as he tossed the ball to him. "What's the farthest you got in middle school?" "I can't remember what it was, so I don't care." He says, "I don't know, such and such. Throw it with your quirk." As Bakugo says, "Really?" He says, "Yeah." As Bakugo got 700 something, as in canon, he throws with his quirk, he get 900. He says, "Alright, you always be using your quirks, for this exam. Whoever comes in last will be expelled." Because, Mina still says this is like fun. So, everyone else goes through, the exam like in canon. They do the race. Bakugo comes in second after Ida. Faster than Todoroki. They did a ball throw. Bakugo gets I think it's Bakugo gets second. Or whoever got farther than him gets farther than him. The long jump, Bakugo gets high because he's using explosions to float. Well, not float, particularly just stay in the air for a little bit longer. Side jumps, Mineta gets first in that. everything else goes like in canon, like I said. To Bakugo having, higher performance. So that's the end of that. All Might was watching to see Bakugo's performance. What is that sound? So, I'll get a little bit, my eye hurts, a little bit irritated, but I'm going to have to, do the hero versus villains, then I'm going to end it. So All Might comes through the door, says, I am here. Walk through the door like a normal person. As he presses the button, says, not yet. He says, you're all going to be doing the hero versus villains. They're still freaking out because All Might is basically in front of their class. He says, you guys going to be doing the hero versus villains. So, use like hero costumes, get dressed, and meet me on the field. As everyone gets dressed and they see Bakugo's costume and it looks sick. It's awesome. He still has the gauntlets. And, he has this belt full of his explosion, grenades. But it's not as big as the gauntlets. And the gauntlets are that beefy, like in canon, they're actually slick. Allow for more, movements. They ask Bakugo who made his hero gear. He says, a friend. He just leave it at that. Also, Momo's costume is different too. She isn't actually showing too much skin. She actually picked up some of Deku's advice and actually laced her suit with her hair fibers so that, she could use her quirk out of, her clothes. So, All Might says you already look like heroes. So, let's do this. As, he puts everyone on the same team as a canon. So, it's Uraka and Kendo versus Bakugo and Ida. There's same scenario as a canon. Uraka and Kendo actually come up with a plan this time, but it doesn't really work. Bakugo and Ida still wins because Bakugo's quirk is stronger and he is more strategic, and he uses All Might quirk sometimes. And because of Deku's function with the boots, makes him like float. And if he in mid-air, he can just use the explosions to, gain his balance and, direction himself. So that gave, Bakugo the edge and he defeat them. And, I'm going to do part 3 in a little bit. When I wake up, because I might go to sleep. So, see you all later. As I said before, my eyes a little bit irritated, so that's why it's not as long as you guys would have wanted it to. And that's why I rushed it a little bit. So, thank you for watching and peace out.